Damn! Wait.
Welcome in, everyone, to another Awkward Family Gathering. And I am your host, the one, the only Awkward Hero. Yeah. I know. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. It's okay, guys. We got this. Welcome on in, guys. I know it's been a hot minute since I have done anything without a whole team around me. And I am grateful for that team. But it is kind of nice to do my own thing too. I am grateful for all those people. If you guys didn't catch on the socials, we're going to be having quite a few streams over the next few days, but I'm also going out of town over a few days this week. So it's going to be pretty normal, honestly. And that's what we're looking for from now until the 13th of December is just streaming on Wednesdays, Fridays, possibly Saturdays. This Saturday I have a special event coming up. I get to celebrate another wonderful year with my wonderful wife, Awkward Wife. Some of you guys have spent time chatting with her on the few streams she's done. Others of you go about and follow her on TikTok or any other social media platform. I think she only has that, really. I mean, I know she does Instagram, but not as much. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, we're celebrating quite a few years. I don't necessarily want to give it away. I feel like that's doxing myself a little bit. But it has been over a decade. I will give you that. So yeah, that is our anniversary. And the next day I am flying out of town to go on an interview in the West Coast. Very nervous, very excited. Have a few things I need to get ready for that. Printing some resumes and just making sure I know what I'm going to do. But before we hop into our game today, I just wanted to share with you guys that you might notice that things are a little less glitchy. Yes, glitchy. Yesterday, I spent probably a good hour and a half running a Ethernet cable from one end of our house all the way to the other end of our house, because on Sunday, towards the end of our charity stream, I started like glitching out, and that's been quite a regular thing that's been happening for me. So what I decided to do was something about it. And so it looks really ugly. It looks absolutely ugly. But I ran an Ethernet cable, 100 feet of Ethernet cable all across my house so that I could get that emotional damage done. And so that's really the good news, is that now I'm working with 5 times the speed, and my hopes is that it will all work flawlessly. Now I'm free as a bird. So that is the beauty of it. So that is kind of the exciting thing. You can kind of see right over here a little bit of that cable, but if I were to give you, and you can see it actually in the door frame right here. But yeah, it was crazy. No, Doc, you do not need to spend real money. You have currency in the game. I used to have the panel that allowed you to go down and do it, because you gain money every time you catch a Pokemon. But I had to delete that panel for other panels, and so that's that. I think I have like 100,000 gold or whatever, they're probably yen in that game. But yeah, so yeah, you're just secretly, every time you type in Pokecatch, you're spending money. That would be the worst. That would be the absolute worst. So we today I was going through some stuff. It may have been yesterday. I don't know. The days blur together the week before Thanksgiving for teachers. Anyways, I was going through stuff and I realized that the Minecraft server expires in like 18 days. And while I would love to continue it going, no one ever uses it. And it's not super expensive, but it's kind of expensive. Do I push a button? Always push the button. Unless I regret it. So because I can't hear any of it, but I know what it is. I don't know why, but my monitoring system just doesn't work. It's dance mode. It's not working? Okay, it's not just me then. Oh no, Mix It Up's not playing it. Lame. Lame. I may have shut it off on accident. Because I turned off all the extra stuff. No, it's still on. It says the audio's playing. Huh. Is it coming in? It's not coming in. Weird. I'll have to play with that. Listen to the voice in our head. Okay. Well, that's weird. I might have to redo Mix It Up for that one then. Because it's kind of weird. It goes into Lumia stream and it just goes out. So I think it probably just got messed up there. I'll fix that one. That's one of my favorites. I love dance mode. What was I saying? Oh, anyways, the Minecraft server is gonna go down. Oh, well, I didn't know you needed permission. It should be all good to go. I personally feel like dancing to a Crazy Frog song. Okay, do it. I'm not stopping you. Wait, which one is that one? I'm going to go back to it. So the Minecraft server still is going to be open on December. I think I'm going to take it down on December 10th or 11th. So one of the last days, I'm going to download all of the stuff, make sure we still have it, and then I'm going to wait a little bit. And part of that has to do with a lot of expenses have come up recently because I'm choosing to go to grad school, that I'm just waiting for a little bit so I can put some more money away. I anticipate it coming back, but I'm going to take it down during the holiday season, just to give me that time and figure out some stuff. So yeah. I'm also going to see if I can get it at a cheaper server, because I know they exist, and it's not that the company, it's not super expensive, but I know there's cheaper ones, talking with other content creators. So it will come back. I will save everything. I want to make sure that, but it'll come down like December 10th-ish, December 9th, December 10th. I'm going to put together a small little event. It's not going to be this huge, like, goodbye, but we're going to go around and we're going to just kind of see the areas that were developed, because a lot of stuff has been developed on that server. You guys can still join it. Feel free to go into it. If you need permission, just message me, because it's under, I own it. I basically own it. Well, yeah. Thanks, Jackie. But yeah, so that is just one little element there that I'm gonna flip around. It's coming back. I can guarantee you. This is the second time in my streaming history that I've had a Minecraft server. I thoroughly enjoy it. I love watching what people do and create in Minecraft. And I think it's better to bring it back in like small spurts. Because I guess there's just like, I think it even happened with me multiple times, but you play Minecraft to a certain point and then you stop. So I'm going to download it. I'm going to make sure it's saved, give it a break. And then I'm looking at another possible better way to do it anyway. But in the meantime, we're gonna hop into it and we're gonna give it a shot. So let's do that. We do need to capture the right screen though. There it is. Boom. There it is. Okay. For those of you who don't know how to get into the server, all you have to do is you do have to download CurseForge. In the Discord, there is actually a mod pack that you have to download using. Where's the server information on Discord? It might be hidden because, like I said, no one's been using it. But I can go in and ping it. I think it's on game servers. There it is. Hi, all. There we go. I'll even tag Obzu, so you can just find it. But yeah, so I made it. I tried to make it as easy as possible, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get around CurseForge because I really don't like CurseForge. But you'll go in, you'll download the mod pack on CurseForge, and then once you have that set up, it's pretty easy, and I have instructions in there on how to do it. Then you will click Add Server, and then I think if I click, there's a way, that's Edit, and then type in minecraft.awkwardhero.com. and server resource packs enabled, then you can have access to it. And this will be the server address again. I just need to redirect it once it's up again. But we're going to take it, I'm going to take it down for a hot minute and then we'll go from there. So this is open to everyone. There's pretty much don't be a douche rule installed. If you've never been to the Minecraft server, we're going to take a small tour just so you can get familiar. This is the starter village. I have been working on this since, go away, Mr. Enderman. Since there, you start up here on this upper hill and you can just come down, and there is so much stuff for you to get stuff. We have chests full of everything that you could imagine. Still working on getting more. More stuff. Crafting boxes. This is just a bunch of seaweed and stone. Because it's for a project I'm working on, but you're more than welcome to borrow whatever you need. So all the seaweed goes into the different spots. It looks like we need more seaweed. So from there, go and gets all fixed up. This Enderman is really making themselves at home. Then we have this tower right here that climbs up. Here is kind of like a mid landing that we're working on. It also takes you to the top of the wall that exists here. Just for those who have never been here before, when I first set this up, there was no water. There was no water except for that river over there. So all the water you see around here and around the wall and all the way down was terraformed by yours truly. Along with all the wall and all this. I tried to build a very nice starter village for everyone to get started. So all that water there, all the way over to that area over there, that's me. I got bored one night. Yes, I did it all in one night. And if you've ever tried to move water around, you know it's a pain. Then we have this kind of wall in the way. This is the rest of the village. including a little dock. It's still very much under construction, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Feel free to build your own house. The house plots that are there are spoken for, kind of. So this amethyst one, this was, I think GC. I think GC threw some amethyst at me one day and I said, okay. And did that. This one right here was Atomic Box House. I never finished it. He got really excited one day when I have like 3 Ender friends. He got really excited one day when he got copper, and I really thought it was funny, so I made him a house out of copper. Because if you've ever played Minecraft, you know it does nothing. This one right here was supposed to be pink glass, but it didn't come out as pink as I wanted it. But this was Pad Bay's glass house. And then this was going to be Techno's. Even though Techno does not like Minecraft and has no desire to ever play. True story. Still going to get a house. Plans to expand. Jackie K was going to get the other side of the river right here. In this area. Geek Supreme is going to be over here somewhere. So there was plan for the entire Team Cord. And Jackie. So this was just one little spot. And then under here was an entire... basically, I was going to take out this entire mountain. Was the plan. But I wanted to leave it kind of as a tunnel. Oh my gosh, dude. Stop it. Why are you being so creepy? Don't. Anyway. So I've been slowly taking out this mountain. And kind of doing my own thing there. In that regard. Now, there are other random bases. Because originally this was a team server. And then the team server was going to get deleted. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it over then. And so I still look at it as the team server, but technically I own it in that I've paid for it in its entirety. And so like I've paid for the server and such, like just for clarity there. GC paid a little bit too, but anyway, I digress. So GC has a base over here. I know Pad Bay. Is it J? Yeah. Okay. Pad Bay has a little base over here. I know there's a treehouse base somewhere, but I lost it. And I never found it again. When I had to move servers, I lost where it was. So yeah, it's somewhere. And that's where I was getting all my seaweed from. I think it's somewhere like up here. So there are different spots you can go to explore. The most recent project I did was finishing this little tower that takes you all the way. Good, Abzu, do it. And then I'll save it and I'll bring it back. Yeah. So climbing all the way up this long, winding tower. I wanted to make like a wizard tower sort of thing. That's what I was going for. Keep going. You see, it's a long tower. It comes up to here, which is the top of the mountain. And that's the whole point, was that it was supposed to be a pathway up to the top. So that is, Starter Village. Anyone with Minecraft who wants to hop in the Discord and get the information to join, come on down. Stop on by to another Arabian Night. But yeah, so that's kind of been the plan. That's kind of been what's going on. So for the last couple weeks, we're gonna go through and just work on some projects for the base. Then, like I said, we'll kind of do a small little send-off event if anyone wants to build their base, and then have me look at it in a couple weeks. Like I said, I think it's December 16th, but I'm going to be out of town by then, so I'm going to take it down around December 10th, whatever that Wednesday is. December 11th. December 11th. Will be our last kind of tour. We'll do that event. And then after that, it'll come up probably after the new year. It'll come back up after the new year. So yeah, it's just a temporary hiatus, but it is here for anyone to enjoy for the next couple weeks while we do stuff. So today I'm really focusing on, in the next couple weeks, leveling out this area. I want this to just be a solid... All right, here we go. Rude. Take away a heart like that. Don't go breaking my heart. Anyways. I digress. So I kind of want to flatten out this area. I want the tower to kind of land on a plateau, and then it connects to another area. One thing I've always loved about Minecraft is like the flexibility of the areas. Eventually, what I want to do is kind of turn this into some sort of like event or arena or something like that, where... I don't know if you've ever heard of the Pokemon project through Minecraft, but someone tried to recreate, I think it was Kanto and Johto, including catching Pokemon and all that. And so it's been this huge project. And I always thought, awesome, Abzu, I support that. I'm listening, but also... Does it say lurk? Oh, yeah, that's lurk. Okay. I knew it was one of Jackie's new ones, but I can never... Some of the texts are hard to see on the emotes. Anyway. So one of the things I've liked about Minecraft, and started doing this kind of on my own thing, and that's where it led to me opening the server to everyone, was building kind of like an RPG style thing. But I want it to be more like open world. It's not like Pokemon where you follow a journey. It's kind of like, hey, here is these areas and you can explore and you can do things, and there's a skeleton in my eye line who's probably going to attack me in a minute. Yep. You jerk. You jerk. Fall. Thank you. I was in the middle of a story. Jerk. It wasn't ever intended to be like sad news, package was delayed yet again. Oh, Chibi, you didn't get your boba? I'm sorry. Popping bubbles. Anyways, so that's kind of my thought is just kind of these like random bases, if you will. And at each base, there's kind of different activities or things to do. At one point, I was trying to think through how to do Clue. And there's definitely things to allow that to happen. It's definitely a thing. Minecraft Clue. But my headspace wasn't there when it was me trying to find that out. So that's the thing, is I really just need, it's one of those things I think I'll do once I'm done teaching, because it just required too much brain power. And I don't really have too much. Hi, Mr. Jackie. I really like that, you know, even though we've never met one another, we just say hi to one another. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have real friends. I don't know if I just expect the camera to zoom when I say something like that now, or hear that sound now. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. So that is, oh no, I don't have a warp point to the top. Boo, gotta climb this thing again. Are you trying to steal my cows? Sir. Sir. Rude. Rude. Oh, there's more than one of you? Okay, one down. Where's the flag bearer? Trying to steal my cows. That's Jackie's job. Where's the third one? There's usually 3. There's 2 with bow and arrows, and 1 with a banner. Rude. It's because I don't have a lot of light over here. Let's go ahead and add some. Maybe then they'll stop spawning. I mean, at least spawn outside the game. What Frosty Tools? I'm not a real friend, Rude. I see myself out. What? That's not what I meant, Jackie. I meant I don't have friends that are real in real life. Okay, fair enough. I mean, we're gonna, so just so you guys know, Jackie and I came up with a kind of crazy idea. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but it's gonna be fun. On Friday, when we are streaming for Friend Friday, we're gonna co-op a game that isn't a co-op game. We're gonna play Subnautica. And Jackie's played Subnautica. Jackie knows Subnautica. I don't. And so we're going to play a game that's not co-op. And as co-op. This was an idea we came up with because both of us really didn't want to play Fortnite. Not that we don't like Fortnite. It just doesn't fit either of our vibes. We're not the sweaty kind of competitive play people. Which you can find more out on our podcast in 2 weeks. So, but I don't really know anything about it. So she's going to teach me the game. She's going to teach me the game, and I'm gonna, you know, play it. And yeah, and it's going to be interesting. So we're going to kind of co-op a game that isn't a co-op game. And that's the only way I can really explain it. And I don't even think Jackie and I know what we're getting into, but I'm really excited about it. I mean, I threw down all the money on a game that I've never played. So that shows you how excited I am. I don't throw money willy-nilly. But I thought it would be really fun for everyone involved. Jackie's community, my community, random people who are watching. It's going to be a good time. So come and join that on Friday. We're starting at 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern. And we're going deep in the ocean. Uh, I feel like we just this feels like one of those things that you run like a next time on Ackward Family Gathering. Ackward decides to go deep, deep, deep in the ocean. Be sure to tune in. Yeah, I know nothing about this game. I mean, I've heard of it. I knew Subnautica. It's not like I'm completely ignorant to it, but I've never watched gameplay of it. I've heard it's a horror game, but I'm told it's not. Like it is and it isn't. I'm assuming there's oxygen involved because it's underwater. But you know what happens when you assume. So, yeah, it'll be an experience. And maybe it'll turn out great, maybe it'll turn out horrible, but we're kind of crazy we're the type of people will try it. We'll try it, see what happens, and you guys get to watch it live. So that'll be on Friday. So it kind of like melds Friend Friday with New Game Friday with everything in between. And then if this turns out that if it goes out really well, maybe I'll choose a game that Jackie has to play that I've played before, but she hasn't. And I have the perfect game. I have a perfect game in mind. So, and then I won't watch her play and try to coach her through it. And this whole idea came from when we were doing the charity stream for Jackie on Saturday. And I was doing such a horrible job trying to show her how to play Apex because I hadn't played Apex in so long and I didn't remember all the stuff. So it was great. It was great. On the next day of our Ackward lives, Ackward decides to go deep in the ocean. Will he drown? Find out on this next episode. Exactly. See? We should just go into showbiz. Forget streaming. Let's go into showbiz. Let's just own our own TV station. We'll write scripts every day. We'll throw something on. I guess that's what technically streaming is. Isn't it? Did I inspire you guys to play it? No. I mean, I would love to say yeah. I mean, totally, Abzu. Abzu, watching your Abzu stream just totally made me want to play Subnautica. No, that was... let's see, what were you doing? We were doing something... Oh, we were looking at game data, because we were trying to just, like, see what games were really getting popular on a Monday night. And we saw that Subnautica had more views than the new Legend of Zelda, and I was like, but it didn't make sense. And then Jackie looked up that Subnautica 2 was coming out soonish, or we didn't have a date or something like that, and so that's where it came from. Oops, I forgot to turn off the Fortnite timer. 1 second. We don't need that. We're not. Boom. There we go. Though, if you want to ever add me to the support a creator for Fortnite, feel free to. But not playing Fortnite, so yeah. So apparently the Subnautica 2 is coming out. Was what we discovered on Monday, and then we were talking about it, and I'd said basically I'd never played it. And then we thought it was on Game Pass. It wasn't on Game Pass. But then I decided to buy it and do this whole idea of co-oping a non-co-op game. And my theory, we watched the trailer for Subnautica 2, and my theory is that Subnautica 2 is going to have a co-op mode. Yep. And that's what I kind of figured, because we watched only a part of it, and like 100 or 200, and then everyone else is smallish numbers. Yeah. So that was what we were looking at, was like, what is driving this right now? And so it was That's what it kind of broke down to. Jackie says it's really good and there's a really good story, and I said, is this something I should try and like, because I don't like horror at all. Horror. I don't like it at all. And I was asking, should I brace myself by spoiling a little bit? And she's like, no, it's E10. You'll be fine. So maybe she's setting me up. Wouldn't be the first time. But because I feel like a lot of the time Wii games, it's one real big, with games, it's one real big streamer and then some others. Yeah, I've noticed that with a lot of categories, like when some of the really big partners, not the small time partners or the, 100 viewer. I'm talking like the few thousand partners. When they play a game, it's like them and then everyone else. It's like one or two. And that's really interesting. That's always an interesting formula. So yeah, this was interesting in that it's not just one or two people, but quite a bit. I also suggested to play Subnautica, but I need a break from underwater games. Yeah, I get that. That's always my hesitation with underwater games is when I played Final Fantasy X. Trying to navigate in that thing was miserable. And so I always hesitate with underwater games, but there's been so many good ones since. Actually, I have Thalassophobia. Is that what is that? I mean, I can Google it, but it's like the fear of underwater, the fear of suffocation, the fear. I'm trying to think of how this would relate to Subnautica. The fear of random fish below the sea, deep bodies of water. Okay, that's fair, but you just have to remind yourself it's not an actual body of water. Or this will totally go into your fears and just like enhance them. I don't know. That's not my specialty. My specialty is education. Fear of getting an alien getting your head while underwater. Oh, okay. That makes sense. This is probably not the game for you then. If that's oddly specific fear of an alien getting in your head while underwater, then I guess Subnautica would not be the game for you. Because Jackie showed me a clip from early in her streaming tenure, and that is what she's saying, is that she ended up with an alien in her head. So, fun times. Good times. Also, it's really weird to watch older streams. Like streams when you first start out. It's really weird. I've been doing this now. It'll be 2 years in January. Sometimes I wonder why I'm still doing it. But, it's also the same thing I say about teaching. Anyways. Yeah. So I came across an old stream from like one of the... Yeah, you could absolutely, Kennedy. Everyone can be on the server for Minecraft. It's open. It's open to anyone. It's just don't be an a-hole is the rules. But if you go into our Discord, the Discord, which I'll put the link there. I think you're already in there, but just in case. There is down at the very bottom of the channel, there is game servers, and there is one for Minecraft. So anyone can join. You do have to have the Java version for Minecraft because we use some mods, but all the instructions are in there. If you need help, I'm happy to help you wade your way through that. It took me a hot second, but I did do some screenshots and whatnot to make it easy. But yeah, anyone can join. Just don't be a jerk. That's really it. That's really all it boils down to is feel free to take what you need. There's a whole, right where you start is where all the stuff is. We did a tour of that earlier. But yeah, please feel free. I will take it. I will be taking it down for a hot minute and then I'll put it back up. I just want to find a better, more longitudinal way to. Here we go. We got to make a. There's also, I really love this mod. This was shown to me by the Squishy one and a few others. Is you can make little save points and just like teleport, and it's really nice. Jackie really took me in depth on this and like showed me all these different ways to use it. But this is now my new favorite mod. And this one we'll call Top of Tower. Save. Come on down. Feel free to. We're going to teleport away before I die. Come on down. Everyone is welcome. And if it doesn't work, let me know. I think I set it up so it didn't have to be whitelisted or anything. But, you know, I make mistakes. I know, it's crazy. Crazy to think. There we go. Some healing. That's what I really needed. Well, please, take your time. No rush. This is it's not like it's on 24/7, so you guys can join at any point. You can help with this. You can make your own base. We can actually let's hop over while we're down here. Let's hop over to this base. So this is one GC started. This was kind of like the midpoint base that he did, but there's a lot of little tools here. Again, there's there's a really large base that has a bunch of seaweed and stuff outside it. And nope, that's not the one. But I don't know where that one is. And so I think GC's over there. And so if GC ever logs back in, I can go that way, but I don't. He has a really elaborate one. I just haven't. I had to migrate it over. So there was a few different times. The first time I migrated over was when the Squishy one was no longer wanting to maintain it. And I was like, okay, not a big deal. I'll take it over. And so I took it over. Here's my little cabin base. Let's see. So when I did that, what I didn't know was you lose all of your waypoints. So this is great, but also this is going to be inevitably it's going to disappear too. So I used to have the save point, but I didn't write down any of the locations because I didn't really think about it. And so then I had to migrate it over to a server for me. And then we decided, hey, we're going to open this up to everyone. Well, in order to do that, because we were going to expand the slots to 8, it basically migrated it to a new server again. And so that's then lost all of the spots a second time. So that's kind of the unfortunate part is, you know, it loses all of its markers every time the server changes. But that's why I want to find a really good solution that I can do really long term. So it's intended to be kind of this longer setup instead of, so that I don't have to reset this over and over again, because that's annoying. But yeah, so that's kind of the goal. I didn't realize, it wasn't until Ackward's son started really getting into Minecraft that I realized how much I enjoy it, and something that we share quite a bit. Lately he's been wanting to do Fortnite, and I get it, and so I try to do Lego Fortnite, but he wants to play the shooty games, and I get it. I wanted to play the shooty games when I was his age. Duck Hunt was one of my favorites, because that was the shooty game back then. Anyways, and yeah, so I like Minecraft a lot, but at the same time is like, I really like creative mode more so than survival mode. But survival mode is more fun with friends. And so that's kind of the thing about what I was like, okay, I'm going to do it this way. So that's what this one. Did you cheat by sticking the muzzle against the screen too? Duck Hunt. No, I did. I mean, I did that when I first started playing it, sure. And then my, because we didn't own the game system. It was my godfather. He owned the games. Oh, shoot. Rude. You could at least say hello. As I'm realizing the game audio's not here. Oh, great. Oh, wonderful. Rude. Rude. I'm going to go talk to your mothers, because this is not proper behavior. This is not proper behavior. My aim was stress. I always cheated. Yeah, so yeah, I just realized the game audio is not there. I gotta get to somewhere safe and then fix that. I don't play. So here's the funny part. Unless I'm streaming, I don't play with game audio. Mother Zombie better be displeased. Their kids are just going all over the place. And it was working before stream. So I didn't really notice that it wasn't going until just now, when I was like, why didn't you say hello? And I was like, oh, because the game audio is not right. That's why. It's my fault. That's why it's configured to a window that doesn't exist. Makes sense. Awkward moment. And there we go. Oh, you don't have you don't have Discord? I'll have to think about how to get you the info. I'll get you the info, Kennedy. I will. All right. Now, I at least know if someone's coming. Oh my gosh, it's so much different when you're playing with sound. But yeah, I don't play most games with sound. Usually, I'm playing games late at night, and so either it's in the living room. It's only recently that I've started playing with sound again. But it's usually after like the kids go to bed, or my wife's already gone to bed and I can't sleep. Thanks, Insomnia. But yeah, so that's really funny. So I sometimes don't realize that sound's not playing. And I apologize for that. If it ever happens, like, say, hey. Because I will not notice. It didn't bother my experience at all. But yeah, if you're just joining in, my name is Awkward Hero. I am a variety streamer who likes to play games that challenge creativity. And so that's what we're doing here on our Awkward Family Gathering. We're getting together on our Minecraft server. And we're going to spend the next few weeks just kind of working on it before we say, see you soon. We don't say goodbye. It'll come back. I just want to find a better solution. But we're in an ad break, so it was kind of silly for me to do that whole vamping. So let's try that again. Hello all, welcome back from the ads. My name is Awkward Hero. If you're new to the Awkward Family Gatherings, come on down and pull up a chair. We are playing some Minecraft today on the Minecraft server open to the community. If you'd like to join, feel free to. We have one rule in the community, and that's don't be an a-hole. So feel free to hop on in and join on Discord. If you have questions or you'd like to talk about something, I try to allow for anyone to share their thoughts. But do note, I do not tolerate most stupid thoughts. I'm an educator, and so I know I am willing to be tolerant of some things, but at the same time, there's a lot of things I'm not. So, full disclosure there. Anyways, so we are going about, and we are just kind of building out this area. Previously, I had actually built out most of that area down there, flattening it out. I like things for building when it's really flat. Just gives you more flexibility, you know? You know? So that's the first part of the village. But I wanted to build this out into like a landing area. Eventually, most of this mountain will be flat. Either flat to this level or flat to that level. You know? Enjoy, Doc. Enjoy your dinner. Henrietta. Hello, that was our redeem. So recently I bought this little bracelet right here that's on my microphone. It doesn't fit on my arm. It was leaving actually bruises. Recently it's not adopted, but it's a little loud. I am tracking a sea turtle. A fun little sea turtle. And so now you can redeem the Where in the World is Henrietta. And so today, Henrietta has been going on a journey. Henrietta started off outside Bradenton, Florida, and has kind of been going up the coast. Has spent a lot of time in one particular location. So you guys can see right there. That's where Henrietta is. And that's right off the coast of Cedar Key. So, to give you Cedar Key, Florida. So, there you go. That's where Henrietta is. So we're gonna check in on Henrietta every now and then. We have a nice little tracker for her, and I love it too. I love this little bracelet, I really did, but it was leaving bruises all around my hand. It was just a little bit too short. It needed a good like 6 more inches to it. But it's really, let's see if I can show you guys as I do like the one thing you're not supposed to do and drag things over it. Where did the name come from? It's actually her name. So that's the name that the company that the tracking company. I don't know if it's scientists or anything like that. It's Fowler. Let's see. Follow. But this is a really nice bracelet. It has like these like turtle shell textured beads, which is really cool. And then it has this like little, it looks like ivory, but I know it's not. No way it would be. That would like defeat the whole purpose. Turtle on it. It's a really nice bracelet. It digs into my skin. My wrists are too thick, unfortunately. So I'm gonna put it around my microphone. I'm not gonna do it again, but I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, so this company, Fahlo, Fahlo, you buy a bracelet, which goes to their. It's not a. Let's see. How basically you get the bracelet for free for the whatever the price is, and then they send you a little postcard and you scan the little QR code, and then it tells you the animal. So you can have lots of little, sorry, my light is kind of there too, so that's kind of fun. So you have all these different animals, and so you can just track different ones. I got a couple people this as a gift. So they're gonna get, both of them are getting penguins, which is kind of fun. But yeah, so you can track all different ones. And so it's just kind of a fun little thing. I figured I put that sound together because when I was talking about this with someone, it just made me instantly think of the game show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, which I think that's from the 90s. It could be from the early 2000s, but it was like this little game show, and the whole point was them tracking down Carmen Sandiego. It was on like PBS. It was not like this super huge thing, and I don't know if anyone really knew it, but they had this. That's where the song is from. It's from the game show, and it's the full version song. And so I don't know. It was just like that a cappella sound, jazz music, kind of what came to mind. And that's I don't know. I had just had a very vivid thought of it. So I was like, yes, I'm going to envision this. And so I cut it together. And I was like, this is really dumb, but I love it. So yeah, if you're wondering where that comes from, it comes from the kid game show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. That was a fun little PBS show. I used to love that. I don't know whatever happened to it. It just stopped one day. We can't have Arthurs and Sesame Streets all the time. Sometimes they gotta say goodbye. Enjoy the taco truck for tacos. What is happening? Hello? Oh, you're there. Weird. Why'd you come all the way up here, though? Bye. Oh, Okay. Oh, what was that sound? At least they're saying hello now. Alright, so... I need to find some food. Wait, I have eggs. Eggs can be eaten, can't they? No. But I can throw them for chickens, which can be eaten. No. No. Come here, little chickie. Chicken's lair. Oh, I can't. Okay, fine. I'll wait till you grow up. Not gonna feel bad about it either. Chicken's lair. What are you doing to my animals, zombie? Rude. Thank you. Hi. Yes? Can you grow up, please? What? What is that sound? What the heck? Where are you coming from? What are you? I mean, I know what you are, but still. Go away. What did I do to you? Alright, fine. Come at me, bro. Rude. Yeah. Take that, jerk. Where'd my chicken go? There it is. Oh. All right. All right. There we go. Don't need that. You haven't gotten enough sleep. In-game sleep. Is that what that means? What the heck? Fine. Go to sleep. Leave me alone. Rude, Phantom. Rude. Make me go to sleep. It's not nice. Not nice at all. Oh, Abzu, I don't get enough sleep as a person either, but I don't get attacked by random things. Oh yeah, I forgot I captured one of the llamas. I forgot about that. All right, let's go. Oh, come on. You should be burned up. We are in the middle of the day. How are you alive? You're in the shadows, aren't you? All right. Here we go. Come here, Mr. Mob. Thank you for not destroying anything. Anyway. I really need to stop using full ones for just single. In fact, let's just move that. Move those over here. Because I need to get more seaweed. That needs to happen. And that wasn't even enough to heal me. Boo. Yes, I keep dirt. Don't judge me. Oh, there's some more chickens. Come here, little chickadee. Boom. Thank you. Come here, little chickadee. Boom. Thank you. I thank you for your service. This has been a message from your Ackward Family Farms. Ding. Yep, that just happened. Wait, is that food in my last slot here? Yep. I already had food. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh. All right. So, 57 steaks that I didn't notice until now. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. There we go. All right. Well, let's continue with our adventure. This is what happens when you don't play a game for a while. You forget you do things with full intention of other things. I probably did that on purpose because I have multiple pickaxes. So I had planned to do this all along. You know, small things. All the small things. Anyways. How's everyone else doing? Welcome to the Ackward Family Gathering. If you're new here, please take a moment to think about hitting that follow button. Really would appreciate it. We focus mostly here on hanging out, learning new things, and having a good time. That's what the Ackward Family Gathering is about. Today we're exploring the community Minecraft server, which you can find on our Discord server, TeenCord Discord server. Feel free to join, hang out, have a good time. The only rule is, don't be an a-hole. I believe in a world where we don't have to have rules, but I live in reality that rules are made because people can't seem to follow the idea of there not needing to be rules. I'm pro OSHA. Because their regulation is written in blood. I tell my students that every year. There's a reason why we have... I got the goods! Okay, but what kind of tacos are we talking about here? We're talking about carne asada tacos, carne pollo, straight up chicken, tofu tacos, briskets, barbacoa. There's lots of tacos out there. And a lot of them are really good. Not all of them. Let me tell you. There are some tacos. They're not good. Public service announcement from Ackward Hero. Anyways. Tacos! What kind of tacos, though? There's all kinds of tacos. There's a whole world of tacos. Taco world. And then there's also different, you know, I'm assuming since you went to a taco food truck, I'm not going to assume that it's a Taco Bell taco. All right, so we got a beef, a chicken, and a spicy pork. See, those are some good tacos. First off, pork tacos are fantastic, and more people need to make them. There's too many places that do not make them, and it's really disappointing when they do, when that's the case. So, but yeah, I love tacos. But I will tell you, I'm not a big fan of Tex-Mex. And people think I'm weird for that. A lot of people think I'm weird for that. I don't know why they think I'm weird for that. Because Tex-Mex sucks. Compared to good Mexican food, Tex-Mex sucks. Sure, do I like brisket? Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. And I'm sure some Texan's going to come in the chat and start to fight me. But you know what? Mexican food is so much better than Tex-Mex. Don't give me barbecue tacos. I want a really, heck, even a really good bean and cheese. Even a really good bean and cheese. But do not come in with this Tex-Mex stuff and say, oh yeah, this is where tacos are at. Because I'm going to say no. Do I enjoy a barbecue brisket taco from H-E-B? Not H-E-B. Buc-ee's? No. No, I don't. I think it's very, very disgusting most of the time. Or disappointing. But do I love their tortillas? Absolutely. Delicious. It's a sketchy red food truck by a gas station. Those are the best places to get your tacos. True story. There is, in Arizona, there is, we call him the Rocky Point seafood guy. Rocky Point. He comes in with all these shellfish from Rocky Point. And he just sells them out of a van. And look. Have I ever gone and got some from the unmarked van on the middle of a street? No, I have never gotten the seafood. But he's also been there like 15, 20 years. And I mean, he hits the same spot every time. So it can't be that bad. I have seen people stop at it. I have questioned the sanity of those people because, you know, it's a risk I'm not willing to take. Not with seafood. But does he sell it? And has he been selling it for most of my life in that area? Yeah. Yeah, he has. Because I remember as a teenager, when I was learning how to drive, he was selling out there. And my wife and I used to laugh when we would drive by, like, who buys seafood from a unmarked white van in the middle of a desert? Because it's like literally well, now it's a little bit more developed. But when it was out there, for the longest time, there was nothing. It was like 10 miles of nothing. Tamales, I'm little less sketched out about, because yeah, it's a process, and I don't think anyone would ever treat a tamale inappropriately, because tamales are the best and they take forever to make. that is a process, and I don't think anyone's going to not take care of those pieces of food. I'm just gonna go ahead. So I trust a tamale, but a seafood truck, like I said, though, they've been there probably 15 years, maybe longer, probably longer. I tend to trust that a little bit. I'm never probably ever gonna buy from it, but I trust it. That's kind of one of just the crazy things. There we go. But yeah, tamales. If you ever have a tamale, you better show that thing the biggest love and respect in the world. Tamales is a process. Just making the masa alone is a process. And that's why you don't find them out and about too often. That's why it's really only done during the holidays. Because it's not worth it to make a small quantity. You need to make a large quantity because it's a process to make the masa. It's a process to get everything prepped. I've seen it done a few times. When I worked at the bowling alley, I had a coworker who would bring us, and not like one or two, no, a huge, wider than me, like mailing box. It was huge, and he would bring them to us. His wife would make them. They'd spend like, yeah, I think it was like all Thanksgiving, like Thanksgiving Day or the day before Thanksgiving. The whole family would come. They would make tamales, and they'd make thousands of them. And he would just bring a huge quantity to us at the bowling alley. And we'd store them in the freezer, in the fridge. We'd store them in the freezer. We'd each have them for lunch for like the rest of the month. And every single one of them was delicious. My coworker at my current job, she just sent out a notice. And I haven't ever bought tamales from her. But I was seriously considering it this time because I really miss good tamales. But now I really want more food. That is me every time I eat. Right now I'm thinking about the different snacks I'm going to have after stream. I ate some really good... my wife and I are kind of on this little kick of butter chicken curry. Oh, it's so good. The one we had tonight wasn't as good as the one we found at Sam's Club. But this, the Sam's Club one is so good. It's like sweet, but not super sweet. I made egg noodle and spaghetti sauce with ground turkey. Ooh, sounds really good. I'm not even a big spaghetti person, but I like egg noodles. I don't know. It's just like after a while it gets kind of boring. I do like it when it's in a meat sauce over just plain old sauce, like just non-meat sauce. We didn't have it a lot growing up. My dad ate it a lot. My mom would make it whenever he wasn't eating dinner with us. But it's just like if you don't have meatballs or meat sauce to it, it's just like not the same. I don't know. That's my weirdness. Probably would eat it. My wife loves making it too. I probably should just say make it with meatballs and I'll eat it. Because I do love meatballs. Meatballs are delicious. Seriously delicious. Especially with a Jewish style stew brisket. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Now I'm hungry, guys. Ground beef with mac and cheese. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. So there's this meal called macaroni meat and tomato that my mom used to make probably once a week. We had it all the time. And I never really ever thought about it, but it was stewed tomatoes, noodles, and macaroni noodles, and ground beef, ground turkey. My wife's done. But I would always take a slice of American cheese and like melt it over after it was done cooking in my own bowl. Because it used to be served with like a piece of Colby Jack. But I never really thought about it until later that it's basically spaghetti. But we used to eat that probably once a week, if not every other week. It was a regular staple in our house. And yeah, it was, it was relatively cheap. The most expensive thing, obviously, being the ground beef. Still is the ground beef. But you would have leftovers for a couple days. So it kind of like balanced out. Because you'd take a pound of ground beef, and then that would make like 2 boxes of macaroni, and then 2 or 3 stewed tomato cans. Oh, I'm familiar with those ones too. But yeah, so that was a big staple. But I always kind of laughed that in my adult life that was basically my mom's way of having spaghetti without having spaghetti. Because my dad loved that. Yep. Let's see. It's toast with cinnamon sugar sprinkled on it. I didn't know people didn't have that. That was like a regular in my house. I didn't know people didn't do that until much later in life, past college. But I would eat a lot of instant oatmeal and cream of wheat. Those were pretty normal ones. Top ramen, bologna with ketchup. Yep. Did that one for a long time. Never even really liked the ketchup part. But yeah. Growing up with 2 parents who were civil servants. My dad worked in the Department of Corrections, and my mom was an educator like myself. You don't realize the shortcuts that they took to give us some really good meals. And my wife and I, and the funny part is, because my wife and I are both educators, we do the same thing. We take the same shortcuts. They look a little different. Like we found, when I was in college, it was pasta sides were the big thing for me. But yeah, cinnamon sugar toast is the best. It is such a great thing. If you want to one-up that a little bit, put it on a tortilla. Oh, that's so good. You get really good tortillas though. It doesn't have to be, but I'm the North sides. That was my big thing in college. I used to take 3 of those North sides, and I would take 5 chicken breasts. And so this sounds really pricey, but I'd put it in a casserole dish. With some water or milk. If I was feeling fancy, I'd add milk, because it would make it more creamy. And then I cooked that in the oven. They had to be the frozen chicken breasts. I didn't put raw chicken breasts because I was afraid that the pasta would soak up the salmonella. And I know you cook it and that's all fine, but salmonella is like my worst nightmare. I've never had it. Super paranoid when it comes to cooking. But it's, yeah. So I would take 4 or 5 of those, and a chicken breast, and that would be my meals for the week. So I usually did the broccoli cheddar pasta sides, but, the broccoli cheddar rice is really good. And then spices cost nothing, but that would be my meal for when I had $50 for like a whole month. And so I could get all those supplies for that $50 every month pretty well between that and instant oatmeal. I would sell my plasma for a little bit extra every now and then. And, I had a loving mom who came and brought me like special treats, like Costco chicken bakes was my big thing. Yeah, like, I don't know. I think people who aren't paranoid about chicken just never worked in food service, because there's just so many things that goes wrong with chicken breast, with chicken in general. But always been super paranoid with chicken. When I was in sports med, you learned about food-borne illnesses, and then I was also working at a food service restaurant. yeah, there was a TikTok I found that was kind of funny. But I don't find it appropriate for me to share here. So I'll have to find it. Maybe I'll post it up on Discord because it was really funny, but it was, I don't know, just not, it contains things that I'm not going to really say on stream personally. So, but it was really funny, but it was just a reinforcement that maybe not eat at everyone's house maybe shouldn't be eaten at. And it was just kind of a funny little thing. Anyway, so, but yeah, so, I'm also, like, I really love when parents give me, like, little treats and goodies and stuff, but I don't trust people when they cook. From working with raw chicken to raising actual chickens. Yeah. I had a chicken for a time being, and one day I really want to have, like, I don't know if it's like a farm, but like a little garden or something. I was doing it for a little bit. Queen Elizabeth the First. Wait. For which royal film did you... Oh, okay. It's kind of... Yeah, it's just kind of funny. But one day I really want to... I want to own a garden. I really enjoy working outside. When we owned a pool, I would enjoy just like going and checking the pH balance. And stuff like that was some of my favorite things was, you know, just going outside and enjoying that. So I really, one day, either I get another pool, which would be amazing, but I don't think I'm going to live in climate that's going to allow that as easily. And pools are really expensive. So the next thing I'd like is like a small little garden, not a big one, just a small little one. Probably have a couple chickens, nothing crazy. Again, to get free butt nuggets, as Doc said. But yeah, I want a small little one. I really love. So when we moved here, it was like I had a small garden. It wasn't much, but we'd like raise little vegetables and stuff. I think there was a bell pepper once. I'm not very good at it, but they grow, and that was the exciting part for me, was that they grow. So when we moved here, I got a little planter in the spring, and I tried to grow jalapenos. And I actually did really well with jalapenos. My other favorite thing to grow is mint. And the unfortunate part was the jalapenos were almost ready. And then we had to go out of town. We were visiting my family in Arizona. We were gone for 2 weeks, and then we came back. And they were just... I couldn't bring them because you're not allowed to bring agriculture cross state lines. If you didn't know that, you're not supposed to bring like plants and stuff cross state lines. It can really damage the agriculture. Living near California, I knew that because that's a big thing in California. But so I left the jalapeno plants. I tried to figure out a way to keep them watered, but I really couldn't. So I just I'm gonna hope for the best. It rains in Waco, maybe it'll rain this time. And it was so sad when I came back, they were shriveled. They had fully grown. They had gotten sunburned, so they turned red. And then they shriveled. And so I could have turned them into like a pepper thing, but I think they shriveled too much to make them into like a crushed red pepper or something. Some sort of like little spice. But since then I have not been motivated enough to grow anything else. But I really would love to have a little farm. little greenhouse. Maybe that's why I play Minecraft. I can control the environment no matter where I am. But I think that would be fun. I know there's challenges in every agricultural set or in every setting with climate and all that. But I think it would just be fun. Yes, my wife and I call that the quad lot. What we're going to do is buy 4 acre-sized, or 4 40-acre plots. Put our house in the middle of it. And then no one can be anywhere near our house. Obviously, logistically, that would be impossible, or very much a nightmare in its own right. But yeah, I don't really like people. And I'd have to figure out how to get internet, because I do like internet. If I get a smaller, I want to try growing the 3 sisters. That sounds fun. I'm trying to remember what 3 sisters are. I can't remember. So feel free to share, because I can't remember what the 3 sisters are. Yeah, I just like... Yeah, and I think being an educator, that was a big part of it all. Oh, thank you. Oh, I've just brought me more water. My tongue's inflamed, unfortunately, so... Sorry if I'm slurring my words at all. Corn bean squash. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Those are some good solid ones. My biggest thing is I really want vegetables that are native to Arizona. I really love like jalapenos specifically. That's the big one for me, is just having a little bit of access to that was the big reason why I wanted to do it. Bell peppers, I always enjoy growing. I think I get bell peppers almost every single time that I try to do it. But something I didn't know was, did you know that the seeds, when you buy them at like a Lowe's or something, those are actually copyrighted, trademarked? They have a legal patent on them because it's a process, and so they can do that. So that's one big concern for agriculture, is that you can't like save the seeds, I guess, from plants that you currently have. Yeah, I love bell peppers. There's usually three major variations, but there's quite a few of them. There's the yellow, orange, green, and red are the big ones. But yeah, so... Oh, it's not just Monsanto. There's lots of them. Monsanto's just the one we all hear about. But there's all sorts of different companies that have copyrighted their seeds. So it's not just Monsanto, but Monsanto is the biggest violator of them. But yeah, so it makes it puts issues on the agricultural industry, which I think is fascinating, because you wouldn't think that would be the limitation, right? That you can't reuse this, you can't use the seeds from the plants that you collect or that you grow. You think it would be perfectly fine. And so that's one aspect, is like, oh, I couldn't even try to gestate a plant from a seeds that I found, because they're patented, which to me is just weird. Like the whole corporation, everything as a corporation thing is weird to me. But I also think that bartering is a much better form of currency than money, but I understand why money is important in that way. But I think a lot of people who have money wouldn't have money if they had to barter. You know, I'm not an expert in a lot of things, but I'm an expert when it comes to some things. Avocados themselves are not trademarked. The seeds. So it's because they're developed through a process. And so I don't entirely, like, I can't pretend like I entirely understand everything of it, but basically how the seeds are manufactured and then they're cross-pollinated to become more resistant to certain bacteria and all that. And so because of that, because they go through this process, companies like Monsanto have gone through and copyrighted that because it's a process. And so you can hold a copyright for a process. And so they, I guess, file new patents every year over the new strains that they make. So I'm not an expert in this field. It's not my thing. Abzu is gonna be definitely that more go-to person as a biologist. But yeah, it's kind of this crazy little detail that I thought was kind of crazy when I was looking into it. And apparently Hass avocados are. That makes sense. Was there... Yep, you're the expert. I'm just a guy who makes things look pretty with lights and yaps. Oh man, 2 hours flew by fast. It's almost time to say goodbye, guys. Well, we did pretty well. I mean, did we accomplish as much as I was hoping for? No. Mostly because it takes forever to get rid of this dirt. But we did clear up the top of the mountain a little bit. Probably continue off stream a little bit too. My students the other day were saying, oh my gosh, you should stream Minecraft. I was like, I have. Actually, I have a server that people can join in and participate in. What? That's so cool. Like, the things that you guys think are cool. But yeah, so just a reminder for anyone who maybe came in later is this server is open to whoever would like to. We just have one rule: don't be an a-hole. Feel free to create your own little area. It's gonna come down in a few days, so if you're looking for, you know, new Minecraft adventure, I'll bring it back. Oh, thank you. I'll bring it back probably after the holidays, maybe before the holidays. We'll just see. I just want to look up some new solutions. This was put up here because I was trying to mitigate downtime. But I know there's better solutions out there, so I'm gonna investigate and then put up something that can last a little bit longer and have fun. GMO seed monopoly. Yeah. I mean, what was it? John Oliver, I think, did one or two. He's done 2 reports, I think, on it. And I think one of them he ended up winning Peabody for. So if you want like a really, really quick version of it, that's only like a 30-minute watch. But that's where I learned a lot of that information that I'm sharing, and obviously then did my own research afterwards. But yeah, I think it's kind of fascinating that seeds can be trademarked, and that just the silly things like here's something about our copyright laws. So if I publish something, but I don't file for the copyright within 5 years, I no longer own the published material, and it is part of the public domain. Which to me is really weird, because if I'm not filing for the copyright, then how does it fall from my work to the domain's work? Right? It's still my intellectual property. So that was something I learned interesting. So if you don't file for a copyright, and then you don't file the necessary paperwork, and this has happened. This is why some movies are in the public domain, but things like Steamboat Willie just entered in recently. If you don't file in necessary paperwork at certain points, it just automatically goes into the public domain. So it's kind of fascinating, kind of how we come up with these rules, how these rules are subjected to change. Like, so the fact that Steamboat Willie only at the beginning of this year entered in the public domain. Like, that's kind of weird. Obviously, it's just the Steamboat Willie version, not all Mickey Mouse. Winnie the Pooh Winnie the Pooh fell into public domain in that regard early on. But that's why we started to get horror movies with Winnie the Pooh. They knew it was going in public domain, and they started to write the story, and then they didn't start producing it until after it fell into public domain. So, will we get like a Steamboat Willie horror movie soon? Probably. I don't know how I feel about that. But probably. Yeah, and it's interesting because it's only certain iterations. Like the Winnie the Pooh that I'm familiar with from the 80s, not in the public domain. But the original version, like the character itself, Winnie the Pooh is, because that's based on A.A. Milne's book. And so that's why it fell into the public domain, is that it met certain criteria, certain amount of years after the death of the author and the publisher or something. I don't know. I used to know this stuff a lot, and I don't know it I'm not as versed in as I used to be. But there's a lot of little weird rules. But yeah, that's why Winnie the Pooh is in public domain. Same kind of idea. And there's supposed to be a bunch more in the next like 5 years that are finally going to hit public domain. But the US has one of the longest public domain requirements. Like in Europe, I think it's only like 45, 50 years, something like that. Whereas the US, it's 73 years after the death of the original author or copyright holder. And they've tried to even extend that further, trying to make like it can be passed and extended, or there's lots of, it's fascinating, the things that people do to continue making money. And that's also why Disney started remaking a lot of their commercials. What the heck? Okay, little spider, you're gonna crawl over here and then try and attack me? Rude. And so that's kind of fascinating too, is like they started to make a lot of their older cartoons and turn them into digital animations. So now the versions that are the digital animations are under their own copyright protections. There's just all sorts of weird stuff like that. The Happy Birthday song is actually no longer under copyright law. It was for a long time. In fact, that's what I learned when I was a sound design. But it falls under public domain now. But that's a very recent thing too. But yeah, my sound design professor had said, okay, give me a happy birthday song. And most of us gave that one and said, nope, you've just violated copyright. And it was a really fun little thing, but it is really recent. I think it was the last year or two. I don't remember. It was a technicality or a lawsuit or something, but it was in the last couple of years. I read about it, and it's interesting. It was an interesting thing because that was some student had corrected me when I had said, yeah, happy birthday is copyright. That's why restaurants have their own version, because they would then have to pay a fine for every instance. Could you imagine how many times a restaurant sings happy birthday? It was owned by two little old ladies. And I might be wrong on that. I thought I looked it up and that's what it said. But yeah, it's two little old ladies. They were aunts or something, and they wrote the song for their nieces and nephews or their grandchild. I remember reading the story, and it's a super sweet little thing that helped them create it. But yeah, it is absolutely a copyrighted material. So I thought I read that it expired recently though, or it didn't get filed or something. Again, there's a lot of little rules to maintain copyright. I have my thoughts on that. I think it's intended to bypass, to allow big legal entities to exploit it and little entities to lose their copyright. Like, I've got to file copyright for my book, but it's not cheap to file a copyright. And so I have to do that at some point in the next 3 years, or I lose my copyright on it, and then I have to publish the second edition. It's an interesting little thing. It's just an interesting. Yeah, I saw that How to Train Your Dragon was going to come live action, but I think I was also mixing it up with, they've been talking about the new Epic Universe park opening up. I saw a commercial for that today. I was like, oh, okay. So I wasn't sure if I was thinking of the same thing or if I was thinking of the other thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw quite a bit. The live action stuff has been happening quite a bit, and it's doing really well. I don't know why, because I feel like all I ever see is people making fun of it, personally, but, you know, like, do you? Alrighty. Well, on this note, this sleepy time, I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to wrap up stream today. Just a reminder that if you are doing this as a community server, feel free to pop in. All you have to do is join the Discord. I'll have to think of a way to make it so other people in the community who don't have Discord can join. But you do have to have Minecraft Java. Bedrock does not work, unfortunately. But yeah, so that was fun. It felt like it went kind of fast. I was really surprised. Thank you, Doc, for posting that up. As you guys can hear, we have some lo-fi Christmas music. I will tell you, I've been using this in my classroom, and it is just the chillest music. I don't know why. It doesn't necessarily sound completely like, oh, this is Christmas either. Like, some songs, obviously, like, you can hear it. But this is definitely, it's definitely a really good one. It's Chill Hops Christmas 2024 playlist. If you're trying to get in the Christmas spirit, but you don't want to feel like you're fully enveloped in that. Oh, did I miss an ad go over? I did. Then, oh, now I feel bad because I just sent you guys to an ad. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta look at this. This seems like it's too soon. Well, I'm just gonna yap and yap and yap for a bit, because I feel kind of bad that I just sent you guys into an ad because I was in multi-chat and I didn't realize it was going to an ad. So I'm sorry about that. I'll say I'm sorry in a minute again, too. But thank you guys all for joining and hanging out with me today. It was really fun. It was fun to just talk, and that we will be back in a few days. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention to the ads, and I would have dismissed them. But yeah, we're gonna call it a night. Had a really fun time today. Stream went amazing. Clearly, plugging in that Ethernet cable really made the difference. But thank you guys all for chatting and hanging out. We will do this again next week. If you don't follow me on social medias, do know that I just posted out the schedule. I posted it on Discord as well. I'm gonna work on trying to do that, but we'll be back on Friday. Like I said, we're gonna do a co-op stream with Jackie K and play Subnautica. Me for the first time. Jackie K is gonna be my coach, so it's gonna be lots of fun. Thank you, Chibi, for plugging the socials. We also are on Blue Sky. I need to update that because we're going away from Twitter. But we are on Blue Sky as well. All Awkward Hero all the time. So let's see who we can raid. Ooh, we got some great people on tonight. Let's see. Let's find someone who's gonna meet the vibes. Oh yeah, there's a lot of great people. So we got Fields of Mystria. Got a few people playing that. Some Stardews. Some wonderful people playing Stardew. A lot of people playing Stardew. I didn't realize guys, I think I have a game that I follow a lot of people. Lost Stardew players. Super Mario Wonder. Anyone have any particular feelings on the matter? Any particular thoughts on things we should go enjoy? No's okay too. I can just make a choice. There's just so many good ones. This is a streamer that's fair. This is a streamer that they're part of Team Star, and I recently just hung out with them a couple times. So we're gonna head over in there. This is Maddie Moo playing the new farm for 1.6 on a Wednesday. Very cozy, very that. So please just share the awkward love. I appreciate you guys all hanging out for me today. And so just continue to show the love. I feel that, Doc. I probably need to do a good trim on my head too. So have fun. Take care, and I appreciate you hanging out with us today. So just share Maddie, give Maddie all the love and affection as a wonderful Team Stars member. And I will see you guys all on Friday with another wonderful Team Stars member, Jackie K Plays. Otherwise, have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the flip side. Bye. Oop. Oop. So we want to thank you all for coming and joining our Awkward Family gathering for today. But now we are going to say goodbye until next time. Bye, y'all. That wasn't what I meant to press.
Cool. Cool.